Hi Capricorn, Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Rising, and Capricorn Moon. Welcome to your Tarotvideoscope for March 2018 by Ama. If your sun sign doesn't make sense to you, please make sure that you listen for your rising sign or for your moon sign. This will be a general reading. If you'd like to know more, I'm going to record a whole new video for your sign through vimeo.com for download and purchase. The link for that will be down here below. In those videos, I'm going to be doing a whole new reading for you, and I'm going to open 2 more cards from the Psychic Tarot deck by John Holland. If you'd like to schedule your very own private consultation with me, please email me at amalightworker@gmail.com. You may also contact me through my website, amalightworker.com. If you are new, welcome to you. Guys, please leave me a comment down here below how you relate to this reading. I would love to hear from you. Remember that when you subscribe, you also get to turn on the notification bell, and you get to set your own preference about how many times and how you like to be notified when I upload special videos like this one. And remember, around mid-month of March 2018, I will be doing the Akashic reading live for each and every sign of the zodiac. And you might want to subscribe, and you might want to turn on the notification bell. This way, you will be notified when I do those live streaming. With that being said, now allow me to focus on this reading for you. I'm using 3 cards from the traditional tarot deck. And the general feeling that I keep picking up for you, I keep having to deal with hurt, disappointment, some conflict, something not going the way you thought you were going, and then the situation turning around for the better. It's going to be a month where a lot of karmic events are going to happen. You may have to deal with important news, secrets, gossip, problems communicating, little conflicts, but again, I keep getting a situation that will turn around for the better for you. You may feel like you are either testing out people's loyalty, you may be testing out products, you may be testing out something new. You simply could be feeling tested. And I keep feeling that in some ways, you are really going to feel strongly very tested in March before everything turns around for the better. There's going to be maybe something around traveling, or you receiving some important useful information around a job situation, about a person, around this traveling, or around some either international affairs or immigration. So now let's break it down one by one. The first card that you have is the 5 of Wands. To me, it means, so the card means a sham fight, struggling with people who have less experience than you. It also means winning a small fight will bring the opportunity for you to win the war. Sometimes this card also means exercising, practicing, training, maybe learning something hands-on. And sometimes to me it also means like testing or being tested or dealing with a lot of like a run and trial, or like a trial period as well. So now allow me to focus so I can figure out what does this mean for you. I see a lot of you having a little bit some difficulty either getting through to someone, making your point, or you're going to find yourself in some ways in the middle of a controversy. You may find yourself in a situation where there's a lot going on around you. Maybe people are having some sort of a conflict, and maybe you weren't even aware about that. You may be the one receiving some sort of a problem. communicating with other people, because communication related issues, problems will come up, especially if they are related to your work communication, or professional type of communication. For some of you, I feel like you are really going to try to connect with some new community. It feels like something has run its course, and for some of you, you may try to connect with other groups of people, other communities. This could be online communities. Maybe you use a certain website to do something. Maybe it's time for you to now use another website, or use another app, or use another company, or use another doctor, or hang out with a new group of friends, or simply bringing more people in your life with whom you have this, with whom you are like-minded. It also does feel that for some of you, it is about you testing out how people relate to you, how they act around you, before you actually allow them to really be in your life. Maybe you're going to go to a meeting or two. Maybe you're going to go out once and see if you are a match, if you are looking to date, or whatever activities these are, before you make a final decision. You may be dealing with some sort of a trial and error at work, or if you were thinking about doing some work-related changes, you're going to be thinking at first, why don't I test it out for maybe a couple of days, a couple of weeks, and see what's going to happen. For some of you, it may really be a little bit hard for you, and you to kind of escape this kind of energy that is going around you, where people maybe are fighting, they're not getting along. You may have some situation where maybe some unpleasant situation in work, in the workplace. Now, this is not about what your boss is telling you, what how co-workers are expressing themselves. Maybe nothing is changing there. If somebody was mean or difficult to communicate, maybe that is not going to change. But what is changing is your reaction to it. So you may find yourself that maybe normally you don't talk back, or you don't, you are not much about confronting people. You may just find yourself like unable to just sit there and do nothing. You may start to talk back, you may start to take action. You may find yourself feeling a little bit more irritated than usual. However, and this may not necessarily be a bad thing, okay? Every situation is different. But I also keep getting there's going to be a tremendous desire for you to bring in some change in your life, to facilitate a life circumstance, maybe to facilitate, your living situation, a family-related issue, a financial-related issue, whatever this is, there's going to be a tremendous desire for you to facilitate and to make easier a circumstance in your life, or even, that desire for change. You want transformation, you want action. The next card that you have is not such a good card. You're not the only sign who got this card. So I'm also going to tune in psychically to hear what this is all about, and let's hear what the messages are. The messages don't have to be 100% negative. Remember, I'm only the messenger. Now, the Tower means loss of faith, loss of trust. It also means sudden changes, sudden unpredicted changes, devastating conditions, financial problems, a conflict, a separation, a divorce. So often this card brings sudden and unpredicted changes. So now allow me to tune in and let me figure out what this is about. More so than about anything else, it is about your personal happiness. Whatever you need to do so you are happy. If you have been in a circumstance that you are not happy anymore, it does feel that either you're going to walk out, you're going to leave a relationship behind, maybe it's going to be a little bit like not really a situation that you are really going to think through, but you may just get fed up, maybe with work, and you may just decide to walk out, or maybe you just can't stand I don't know, your home environment or something. Maybe it's not about your home, it's about what's happening around your home, and you may just decide, you know what, I had it, I'm just going to start to look for something better. For some of you, this is also, as I said, this is about your reaction to everything. It is about how you are going to react to everything. If you had a circumstance where maybe either you and your spouse were looking eye to eye about something, maybe you were having some problems or a conflict about something, or if this is not your spouse, maybe your significant other, I feel that in some ways you are going to try to smooth over these rough edges, or you're going to try to make some sense, or to make the situation better. You may have around you someone who is dealing with some with some struggles and some difficulties. They may be having financial problems. They may be on the verge of getting fired. They may be on the verge of filing for something, filing for like maybe bankruptcy, getting ready to file a lawsuit, something like that. And for some reason this is coming up. Maybe they're going to need you to help them in some way. You are also, so it is about your reaction to everything. For some of you, I really keep getting, you are really going to experience a major breakthrough in your career. Or something good is happening to you. However, not everybody's reaction toward the success that you are having, with something good that is happening to you, is going to be a very positive one. Maybe they're going to be a little bit critical or a little bit mean-spirited. You are not necessarily going to like their reaction to you, or whatever they are saying about you. Please make sure that each and every change that is happening, you look at the proper timing of it. Maybe the timing from an astrological point of view, when to make a move, when to leave a situation, when to start something. But it is about how you feel, the stress and the power that time has over you. And I got a similar message also for another sign. For some of you, you may be feeling like you are a time bomb. You're going to explode any moment. You may just need a little bit of time just to be quiet, just to be on your own. However, family and friends or someone in particular is definitely going to need your attention. The next card that you have is the Wheel. Excuse me. So after this devastating condition, after this could also be something internally that is happening with you. It doesn't have to be anything bad that is happening. Maybe internally you're going to have a conflict, a dilemma, a lot going on internally with you, like an inner turmoil. Maybe you need a lot of healing that needs to happen internally. Maybe you are looking for enlightenment to get some insight into your own private personal feelings. Maybe you need some spiritual guidance. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune, which means the karmic wheel of your fortune is shifting your direction in a positive way. Karmic events are going to happen. It also means that, again, you may have to deal with sudden, unpredicted changes that are going to change or alter the course, the direction where you thought you were going for the better. Sometimes this card also represents a news or some information that again is going to alter the direction where you thought you were going for the better. So maybe you are struggling working toward the goal to make something happen. Not everything is going to go as predicted. You may run into some problems, but you are again going to have some results. It's just going to, it simply is meant to happen in a different way, or it simply is meant to happen at a different time. Either way, something here is happening. It's just not happening when you thought it's going to happen, or it's happening in a completely different way. If you have been single for a while, I keep getting that the energy around you is shifting or changing, because for some reason I keep getting that you are going to find yourself pretty much in demand. You are surrounded here by people who are going to show an interest in you. If you had to deal with some conflict in the family, or maybe you found yourself like people fighting and somehow they wanted you to get involved in it, maybe you know something is going to change in that situation. Could be a family related situation. But I also keep getting, in the light of some information, you're going to make a choice or a decision. For some of you, this information has to deal with some lost paperwork, maybe the deed to a home that somehow got lost, maybe the rights to a property, maybe it's related to an inheritance issue. For other ones, this could be about something that you are going to learn, something that you are trying to master. It could be about a course, it could be about you. This information is coming together and you are going to learn something new at a deeper level. And thus, this may help you to, in a way, expand your career, or if you have a business, to expand your business, or simply maybe it's going to shed a light on karma, emotions, spirituality, your purpose in life, your destiny in life. If there is a situation where you need to know the truth, or before you act, you need to know more information before you finalize something, for some reason I feel that karma is going to bring this information to your attention. I also keep getting a situation that for many of you, you have a feeling that something is happening, or maybe you have a feeling that something is about to happen, but for some reason, maybe you really did not want to accept the situation, or maybe you had to deal with some of your own denial issues, or maybe you were just aware and ready to face a particular situation. Whatever you need to face, that moment has arrived, and maybe it's not as bad as you make it in your mind. There is some form of an abuse of an authority going around. Somebody may be coming to you and maybe they're complaining because somebody is abusing their authority with them, but you may also be the one who you're going to find. Maybe you had a circumstance where somebody abused their authority with you, or their power with you. And that could be a family member, that could be someone in the legal judicial system, so this could be someone in a work situation. There's going to be some sort of evaluation or re-evaluation. They are comparing this situation, you know, when you have to do like when you're a student and you have to do those homework or an assignment, and each and every one of you will be examined thoroughly. I keep getting a similar circumstance for some of you, so that was just an example. So maybe everybody's doing their taxes and they need to examine each and every one of you, or each and everything thoroughly. Maybe you are applying for some sort of a new job position and they are thoroughly examining, your resume, your people that you put as a contact or for reference. Maybe whatever project you are working on, they are examining thoroughly, your work progress so far. If you are a teacher, maybe, this could be the students or your audience examining every little thing that you are presenting to them. If you, on the other side, maybe this is you learning something new, because I said some of you are going to learn something new that is going to help you, some new information that is going to help you to expand your craft. It's going to deepen your knowledge. Maybe this is you having so many questions about this information, about this lesson, or for in relation to everything new that you are doing. For some of you, I feel that this is about your health and this is about your body. If you did have some body related issues, maybe this is how your perception about your body, that's going to be changing. If you had some issues with your own health, that will turn around for the better. If it is about your own personal happiness, again, maybe you did hit a low point, but I keep getting that you will start to feel positive again. You are going to rebuild a whole new life for some of you. There's some sort of a refresh or a refreshing energy that is going to happen in March. I also keep getting like maybe emotionally feeling like you're breaking apart, only to rebuild yourself emotionally back up again to a much more better, positive place. You are going to have to deal a little bit with some disappointment, but again, as I said, more so than about what's happening, it is about your reaction to it. For some of you, I keep getting that your time has not arrived yet, but when your time comes, it's going to be fabulous. You may need to give yourself or allow yourself to have a little bit more time, whatever this means for you. Maybe you are waiting for the one, it's not time yet, but he will come or she will come. Maybe you are waiting for the perfect job, it will come. Maybe you are waiting for this financial reward, it will come. Maybe you're waiting for the perfect home for you, it will come. Again, for some of you, it may not just be your time yet, but it will be very soon. Whatever this means to you, and for some reason, the month of May is being highlighted to me. For some of you, you're going to be doing a lot of networking, because I keep getting a lot of communication, especially on line. There's going to be some important networking event, or you could be communicating a lot on line with different people. And maybe enjoying just communicating with people and connecting with people online. That could also be the case. I hope that this made sense to you. Leave me a comment down here below. If you'd like to know more, I'm going to record a whole new video opening 2 more cards from the Psychic Tarot deck. The link for that for download and purchase will be right down here below. To have your very own private consultation, please email me at amalightworker@gmail.com, or please visit my website, amalightworker.com. Thank you so very much for being here, and remember, I love you for watching.